Hi, ladies and gentlemen. While searching around on the internet, I came across this. That's disgusting. Ugh. What I meant to say was I found this, I guess, you know. I know some of you out there are just as dirty-minded as me. I found here 7 things that women do that annoy men. Okay, I'm going to go through them here. It tells you what they are, and then it gives you a little explanation. So, number 1, making an anniversary out of everything. What is it with women turning these nice little things in life into a grand gift-exchanging, champagne-popping ceremony? We return home from a normal day at work to be met with a candlelit dinner and an expensive-looking gift, but quite frankly, it makes our hearts stop. Have you done something wrong? Is it your birthday? Is it my birthday? Oh, silly me, it's the anniversary of the first time we ever looked at each other. Please refrain from doing this, ladies. We have a hard enough time getting event dates right without being shouted at for not buying the dollar card to celebrate the anniversary of his first vaccination. Okay? Number 2. Piling the bed with cushions. One would be mistaken for thinking that a bed is for sleeping in or having sex in. We go to get our head down for the night, only to find the bed piled sky high with strategically placed cushions that leave no room for us. What's more, only a couple of these cushions actually have a purpose. We don't need the tiny heart-shaped one, or the big fluffy one that makes us sneeze. Just a normal pillow to rest our head on will suffice. We don't adorn the bed with DIY tools and model cars, so please tame your OCD or obsessive cushion disorder and stop making an elaborate display of our bed so we can get down to the important stuff. Number 3. Asking us what we're thinking. It's a classic example of how women like to test us and possibly trick us into making the cardinal sin of admitting that we weren't thinking about her at that particular moment. One minute we're enjoying a cuddle, the next they're hurling that question at us when we're least expecting it. They say it so fast that we don't even have a chance to make up a false reply or even to think straight, which leads us to stutter and then be accused of thinking of our ex-girlfriends or something. Asking what we're thinking is basically a nice way of saying you're not allowed to have private thoughts unless they're about me. Number 4. Saying, I'm fine, when you're obviously not happy. So she stood there in front of the television while the football was on. We got a bit iffy, and I snapped. And now all sorts of issues have been brought up. Then she said it, that passive-aggressive statement that makes the start of the dreaded silent treatment. I'm fine. Are you really fine? Because you've just screamed at us until you've gone red in the face, and now you're laying face down on the bed crying. If you're unhappy, just outline the problem, and then we can sort it out and carry on as normal. Or even better, don't outline the problem and let me watch the fucking football match in peace. Number 5. Using sex as a weapon. No, I don't mean coming up and attacking us with your dildos. One of the most annoying things that a woman can do is deny her man of sexual privileges. Some women seem to take great pleasure in using our weakness to their own advantage through the classic "if you don't do this, we're not having sex" scenario. If you're going to stop us from doing one thing, please don't let it be sex. We don't stop you from eating and drinking, so please don't mess with our basic human needs either. Number 6. Being over-emotional. You cry at funerals. You cry at weddings. You cry at happy films. You cry at sad films. This makes us feel awkward, because we just don't know what to say or do when you're sat sobbing all over a freshly ironed shirt. Where do all these tears come from? We think women should just have an annual crying day where they get together and cry for 24 hours before coming home and being normal for the other 364-ish days of the year. It would solve a lot of our problems. And number 7, incessant talking. We've heard that women are estimated to say around 20,000 words a day, which is an awful lot compared to the paltry 7,000 estimated for men, so we understand that she needs to get her daily nattering fix. But why is it always at the most inappropriate times? She was quiet all the way through the family dinner when we needed her to break the awkward silence, but as soon as we started getting to the competitive part of a multiplayer game with our friends, she just won't shut up about how cute the neighbour's cat looks when it's sat next to the rose bush. To make it even worse, or even more annoying, the actual part of the story she was getting at whilst rambling on about the neighbour's cat was that the cat's owner now works at the grocery store down the road. Ladies, if you're going to talk, pick the right moment, and please, just get to the point. Yeah, so out of those 7 things, I think, let's just see how many I agree with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I agree with all of them. They're all really, really annoying things that women do. I can't say anyone's ever done this sort of thing with me. Or I've never had a girlfriend or whatever make an anniversary out of absolutely anything. The only thing me and my girlfriend ever celebrated was like birthdays, that sort of thing, like that sort of stuff. But we never had like we've been together 3 months, let's have a party type deal or anything like that. I've never had a girlfriend piling the bed with cushions. Normally, because if my girlfriend decided to pile the bed with cushions, I would tell her to get the hell out of my bedroom. Because if you're going to bring cushions to my house, just stick them all over my bed. That's not something you want to be doing. Don't give a shit what they do with their bed. If they want their bed to be piled full of cushions, that's fine. Because when we jump on there and start having sex, they're all going to end up on the floor. I've only once had a girlfriend ask me what I was thinking, and I made the classic mistake of not saying I was thinking about her, because I wasn't thinking about her. I mean, she always told me that our relationship needs honesty, so I was honest with her, and I told her that I was thinking about shooting space aliens. Oh no. Yeah, for some reason I was just sat there watching, we were watching this film, and I was thinking how great it would be if I was actually in this film killing all these aliens. And she looked up at me, and I looked at her, and she smiled and I smiled, and she said, "What are you thinking about?" And I went, I was just thinking what it would be like to be killing these aliens. She wasn't mad or anything. I've never had a girlfriend say I'm fine when they're obviously not, but I've had friends and friends basically say if they're fine when they're not, so I don't think that counts. I've never had a girlfriend use sex as a weapon. in both ways. I've never had them come at me with their dildos, threatening to smack me on the head with them, and I've never had them say like do this or we're not having sex, because most of my girlfriends seem to enjoy sex quite well. So yeah, I think it'd be a lot easier for me to try and stop them from having the sex, really. Because if they said to me, right, you got to do this or we're not having sex, it would be 5 or 10 minutes before they'd decide, fuck it, we're having sex anyway. Being over emotional. I've never had a girlfriend be over emotional about anything. I mean, obviously, if someone dies or whatever, you're gonna cry. I don't see the point in crying when watching films. As in, like, chick flick films. I've been like, apparently everyone cries at Bambi when Bambi's mum gets shot. I didn't. And before you say, oh, that's heartless, how can you not cry because someone died? It's a cartoon, okay? Didn't really happen. The deer didn't really get shot. And if it makes you feel any better, I cried when I watched Pokemon the movie and I thought Ash had died. It wasn't the fact that I thought he died, it was poor little Pikachu there trying to bring him back to life. And then all the Pokemon cried. Yeah. And that was it. I started. I was very young at the time. You know, it was when the film came out and everything. So, yeah. Plus I grew up with Pokemon, so, you know, all the characters became, like, really good friends. And, incessant talking. Yes, I've had this. I've had this quite a bit. I've had this so many times. Twice, actually. And, yeah, women do pick the weirdest time to start talking about absolute bollocks. You know, when you're at school, or even like when you're older, like when you're my age, 25 or whatever, girls go to the loo together, don't they? I can imagine them in there just talking about bollocks. Not literally bollocks, as in like testicles, but just like random shit. Like, oh, I got a new kitten the other day, or my next door neighbour's dog has been run over. It's like, who cares? And I was playing, what was that? I was playing something. I was playing a game anyway, on my Xbox, I think. No, it would have been before that. It'd be on the GameCube, I guess. The multiplayer games, so it's like me and my girlfriend are playing. One of the only times we weren't just having sex. Just for, we both didn't really feel like having sex, which is unusual, especially for me, but also especially for her. Because if I didn't start wanting to have sex, she did. I'm not going to say that girlfriend was, because it really doesn't matter. You know who you are. Oh, anyway, so yeah, we're playing on the the GameCube, sorry, and playing whatever it is we were playing on it, and she just suddenly started talking about what she was going to be buying her family for Christmas that year. Now, bearing in mind this was in the middle of summer, so Christmas is at least 4 months away, and she's already talking about what presents she's going to buy them. I don't care what presents you're thinking of buying your family in 4 months for Christmas. I'm not going to be there to see them open them, am I? No. I mean, why do I want to know what you're buying your family for Christmas? It's bloody pointless. Here I am trying to concentrate on beating I think we're playing Super Smash Brothers. Here I am trying to concentrate on smashing Link's face in with a baseball bat. And you're talking about the fact that you're going to buy your brother this fucking Xbox game or whatever, and you've got this lovely aftershave that you're going to buy. I don't care about this shit. I tried to beat Link's face in with a baseball bat. I mean, it's just fucking pointless. And they always do. They always seem to start talking about whatever bollocks they want to talk about when you're actually doing something important. It's like all the way through the fact that she's watching Bridget Jones's Diary or whatever, you've got to shut the fuck up. But the minute you start watching some football, or you start watching this Arnold Schwarzenegger film that's just come on, or this story about the life of Bruce Lee, you know, or this documentary about World War II, no matter what it is you've decided you wanted to watch, she's going to talk all the way through it about absolute bollocks that you don't even need to know. So the next time your girlfriend or your wife or whoever is sat there watching Bridget Jones's Diary or Pride and Prejudice or whatever, just start talking about how your next door neighbour's son has got a brand new Action Man or something, and whatever, just to see how she likes it. I've got to guarantee within 5 minutes she will probably say, "Shut the fuck up, I don't need to know." And then you can just turn to them and go, and when they say "what's up," you can go, "I'm fine." And you can do all these 7 things back to the women. That'd be great. Now I'm sure somewhere, if I dig around the internet enough, I will find the 7 most annoying things men do that annoy women. I'm going to see if I can find them actually. Just because, I'm not a sexist person. In fact, I don't believe in discrimination at all. I don't like racism. I don't like sexism. I mean, a joke's a joke. A joke is a joke. It's funny. You laugh. Everyone knows it's a joke and not to be taken seriously. But when it comes to full-on proper racism and sexism and whatever, I hate it. And so, in the spirit of anti-sexism, I'm going to try and hunt around for 7 things that men do that annoy women. So, thank you for watching this video, 7 things women do that annoy men. And I'll see you all again very soon.